we will see how to fill the OCI application to get this OCI card from Germany. After watching this video, you will know exactly what to fill in the application, the common mistake after watching this video you will avoid, including the documents what is required to be uploaded and carried when you visit the service provider. So this is going to be a very detailed, comprehensive, lengthy video. My recommendation is watch this video once from start till end, and then you will know exactly what you're doing. Most of the talking I'll be doing while I show you things on the computer. So without wasting time, let's get to the computer screen. This is the official government website. You have to come to this website to fill in the application. Once you have acquired citizenship of any other country, you will be applying for that country passport. Once you have that in hand, then you go ahead with the surrender of India passport. In all probability, you will be doing this from the country where you got citizenship. There is a process to do this from India. Also, I made a video and I have explained various scenarios when you can do this from India and under what circumstances, where it has to be done. All those details have been done in that video. Once you had done with your surrender certificate, you will get your passport punched, cancelled, and with a certificate saying the passport has been surrendered. Now, there is an additional requirement and it's mandatory to surrender voter ID and ration card. Online, you can do it. In most of the cases, people have been having challenge doing this online. So, if you have folk back in India, just take a help of family to get this done. It's much easier. That's what many have shared. After this, once you have these documents ready, then comes the OCI application. You will do the filling on this website, and once it is complete, you click the submit button, take the printout of this application, and then submit the document through Alankit Global. In case you're doing this from India, then you have to go to FRRO. And if you have to do this in India, you cannot do this on your short-term visa. You will need X1 visa. So I made a detailed video on various scenarios doing this from India and from the country where you are. This video is going to give you a clearer picture on what is needed. Going back to the OCI website, once you are on this website, come down and here click to proceed. On this page, you have to create your user registration, that is using your current nationality passport. So you will enter all the detail as it is in your passport. Don't make any mistake. With one single user registration, you can do the application for entire family. So once you are created, you don't have to go and create multiple times user registration. One single user ID, you will be able to fill different form, which we will see as we go with the video. Once the registration is done, where you have entered all the detail, you will be able to log into this website. Once you have logged into the website, this is how the page will look like. And you see here online registration. You have to come here, click new OCI registration and Indian origin applicant. Once you click here, this page will open up, which you can right now see. I have already pre-filled page 1 and page 2. And as you keep filling the pages, you will see this right tick, which means the application is getting completed for that particular page. So you will go all the way till page 7, that is final submission. So once you are on this page, you are applying for whether it is for self or others, you will make that selection and then place of submission. I have chosen Canada. From this drop down, you can choose your country. Then mission, Toronto is the jurisdiction. So I have made that selection. You will have to make the selection accordingly once you choose the country and the mission where this application will be set. Then comes the applicant's detail, your surname and given name straight from your current passport. You will make that entry. Now, if there is inconsistency with the name, this is the VFS Global link which is given for the US. Here, any name change will require a document. So you can go through this part. This is helpful. And example is also given if earlier name was something like this. And now the foreign passport has name like this. Then you will be checking this box where you will be entering your old name and you will be submitting the name change document which is issued by local court or duly notarized affidavit regarding this change of name. So there are examples of name which is given example 1, example 2, example 3, example 4, example 5. I'll leave the link in the description. Make sure you go through this and take a printout of this when you're going to the service provider. This way you will avoid any friction when you're submitting the application. If you have any other scenario, like your current passport has given name and surname in one section, don't do any guesswork. Don't rely on any video like mine. Call up the service provider. When you're speaking to the service provider, note down the name of the person to whom you're speaking, time and date, and go with what is required as it is said by them. Again, this will help you to avoid any confrontation when you're submitting the document. Now, if you have any challenge submitting the document after you have spoken, you can always go back and raise a concern to the service provider through their helpline. And if that is not getting resolved, you can escalate to the next level. I made video on that, how I did that, and I got refund of money which was in excess. You cannot go wrong with your gender, date of birth, straight out of your passport, and your old India passport will also have the same date of birth. Country of birth, again, depending on where you are born, that detail you will enter. And here I have shown India. And then when I select India, the state of birth opens up where I have selected Karnataka and then district of birth. So here I have selected Bangalore. Let me show you this drop down. Here you see the entire district is given. And in case if you are not sure of the district, you can select not known here. And one of the reason could be that when you were born, that district did not exist. Now it's a district, but at the time of birth, that was not a district. Just go by what is there in your passport. If there is any mismatch, you can also choose not known. Current nationality, you will select the country, and the national identification number here would be your citizenship certificate. Visible mark, again, you have to enter the visible mark. If there is no visible mark, in that case, write none and make sure you don't leave this blank because it has an asterisk. Marital status, you will select your marital status. If you have anything other than unmarried, then additional details will come up below. And here I have selected married. Here in the marital status section, depending on what your marital status is, whether you are married, divorced, widow, again, depending on that, you will have to submit the document. If you are married, then marriage certificate will be given. And again, there are different scenarios, whether you are married in India or abroad. If it is abroad, then other than the marriage certificate, what you are submitting, you will also need to apostille the document. In US, there are specific requirement. So you will have to check the requirement through the service provider website or call the service provider. So I talked about the marriage certificate. If married, if you are divorced, then your divorce decree is required. If you're remarried, you have to include a copy of marriage certificate. If there is a death, for example, the spouse is no more, in that case, you will have to attach the death certificate. If there is no proof of marital status, in that case, notarized affidavit may be submitted, but you have to give a reason for non-availability of the requested certificate. So, some of the individuals had reached out who were married before 2005. After 2005, marriage certificate is mandatory. Any certificate from religious institution will not work. You need to have a marriage certificate. In case the marriage was before 2005 when it was not a mandatory requirement, some of them, they reached out to Consul General and they got a response which you can see on the screen. Coming to the applicant's passport detail, this will be straight out of your current passport, date of issue, date of expiry, place of issue. You cannot make mistake here. And the previous passport number, when I filled the application, I had actually left it blank, but then I have been getting mixed responses. Same agency, two different version. So check with the agency what needs to be filled and note down the person's name. This way you will avoid any hassle later. Applicant's family detail, father's name and mother's name will be there in your cancelled India passport backside page. Make sure you match the name exactly as it is in the passport. And when it comes to the profession, this is the drop down. Choose the closest profession from here. You have others as option if none of the profession listed is the profession where your parents were. Some of you had asked, what if parents are no more? Even then, whatever their last held profession was, if they were retired, you select that. Then there is no ambiguity when it comes to the nationality. You will select from this drop down. Then comes the question, are you applying OCI on basis of Indian spouse's OCI card? You will have to choose your response. If your response is yes, I have made a separate video on OCI for foreign spouse. The process is different. You first attend an interview. even before that, you have to wait for 2 years after marriage to initiate for the OCI. So it's a different video. You can check that out. If you were Indian citizen earlier, your response would be no. If you are applying on basis of your parents or grandparent, even then the response will be no. Then spouse name from spouse's passport, the name has to match exactly as it is given in the passport. Spouse profession, choose the closest profession from this drop down list. Then spouse nationality. Here there is a confusion when both are applying for OCI together, where the citizenship has changed. Here, the moment you have taken oath and you have certificate in hand, even if you don't have your passport from the country where you have the citizenship, you have to choose the current nationality. Once you choose that, date of birth from the passport of spouse, which would go as a additional document as attachment. Then marriage registration, again the date in this format. The marriage certificate will go as the document, so make sure it matches with the marriage certificate date. And then spouse passport number, which is a mandatory requirement, the service provider will ask. And if you have a reason not to have spouse's passport, you will have to speak to the service agency if there is an option to do without this. In all probability, you will be asked to provide spouse passport, which is a mandatory requirement as per checklist, which we will see later. Then spouse passport issue date, expiry date, and issue place from spouse's passport. Here, spouse OCI details are asked: number, issue place, and issue date. In case spouse is applying together, in that case, the spouse will not have OCI card. In that case, you need not fill, even though it shows mandatory. This asterisk is mandatory. You can just leave it blank. These three. There could be a scenario where the spouse, one of the spouse had gone through citizenship process much earlier. In that case, the spouse will have the OCI card. If that is the case, then you'll have to fill in the detail from the OCI card. For the spouse local address, abroad or India, you will have to make sure whatever document you are submitting, for example, if it is driving license, address as it is given in the driving license, write exactly same in this box. That way, both will match and you will not have any issues. Relationship with the root, here it shows self. If you had recently acquired citizenship, you have surrendered India passport, this will be the one. In case you are applying based on father, you will select this. Mother, you will select this. If it is based on grandfather, grandmother, you will select this. So when you select father, nothing changes with the form you see. Same with the mother. But when you go for grandfather, additional boxes are shown to you. Let me show this to you. Name of root, Indian, then you will enter the name of the grandfather in this case. So I'm selecting self, and then you go ahead and save. Now that page 1 is saved, we are on page 2. Here I have pre-filled, and that's why this shows saved. In your case, this will be like this. So the page 2, you can see here, there are two things here. One is your occupation detail and address detail. For the occupation detail, we'll go through various scenarios. If you're working, you can just ask your company to give it on the letterhead that you're working for them, your name, your designation from when you have been working. The company's address will be there on the letterhead. So is the phone number if someone has to be reached. And whatever is there on the letterhead, the address, exactly match that and write it here. You have line 1 and line 2, and then the contact number, what is there on the letter. If you don't get a letterhead, in that case, you can attach the offer letter which was given to you, and also additionally paste up with that. They should go through. In case you're self-employed, in that case, you will have to give either incorporation or company which is registered, that information. So make sure you have those documents ready, and you have to tell what exactly you do from this drop down, the occupation, whichever you are in. Go through this entire drop down list and choose the closest one, because whatever you choose is what will be entered on your OCI card. If you are a housewife, you will choose a housewife, and then you can give a handwritten note on that detail. Again, if you are unemployed at the time of doing the application, just call up the service provider and check with them what you can do. As I said, whatever you enter will be reflecting on your OCI card, and you will have to substantiate with the document what you will be submitting. For address proof, whatever document you will be submitting, you will have to match the address with that. You can see I have shared an example exactly as it is given in the document which is getting submitted, the details are written, and in case there is an abbreviation, for example, Ontario, you can see ON written. I have expanded this. This is absolutely okay. If someone says that this is a cause of rejection, this should not be, because you have given a complete address and including the zip code. If you give a space, you will see valid PIN number has to be entered. So you will be able to see this when you're entering. Then your mobile number, most of us have mobile, you will enter that. Telephone number is not mandatory here. You can leave it blank. If you have, you can enter that. And once that is done, you can save. Then you come to the photo and sign upload section. Here, the dimensions are given for the photo and the applicant's signature. For that, make sure go to the link in the description where I'm sharing this website canva.com. You will be able to use it for free. And I'm sharing this refer a friend link. Make sure you're using that. That way it also helps me to get some credit. So that is one part. Once you're on Canva, you can come to create design and you see here custom size. So when it says 1:3, keep this in pixel and make this width as 300 and height as 100. So when you click here, you see here, this is the 1:3 ratio what you get. And then you go and get your signature. Wherever you have done your signature, you get that. So there are two methods to get your signature here. One is you upload, the image comes and sits here, and then you bring it here. The other method is you just drag drop to Canva like this. So now you see the signature has come here and you can just adjust the signature. Okay. And now once you have adjusted this, this is in 1:3 ratio. You can just go and click share, download, and then this will get PNG. If you want to change that to JPEG, click JPEG and download. This is the downloaded file, and you see here, this shows 300 by 100, which is 3:1 ratio, and size is also significantly less, 5.92 KB, which is less than the requirement what is given here. So this way you can ensure that your signature is consistent. Now for the photograph, again on Canva, click on file, create new design, custom size, and here you see here the OCI photo size requirement is 51 mm by 51 mm or 2 inch by 2 inch. So we come here and in unit we will make it, we can make it mm or inch. If it is in inch, 2 inch by 2 inch. If it is in mm, you make it mm, which is 51 by T1. So once you do this, mm, create design, and now this is the size which we have to get photos. Again, as I said, this is the photograph. We will drag and drop and bring to Canva like this. And once you're here, just drop it. Now you have this photo. All you need to do is bring it to the standard, what is required, adjust it. And now once you download this JPEG, I'll choose JPEG, download, and this is the photo. Now it is ready for the upload. Here you can see the photo requirement has been given, and also you can see what is do's and don'ts, how the photo should look and how it should not look, what are the dimension, where the face should be. So any professional photo studio should be able to do this. Just make sure whatever is given in the guidance document, you get it done exactly, and these are the cause of rejection. I'll give you one more foolproof method. This way, you will not face rejection at the service center, and you can also validate. You can be confident to tell them to process the photo. How? For example, this is the photo which is given as an example. The dimensions, everything matches, and this is your photo which you have taken from a photo studio. This is just an example photo. The pixel is bad. In your case, you will have something like this, and you can just bring your photo on top of this. Okay, so select this, copy and paste. Now you see your photo is here. Just click on this photo, come here, transparency, and when you reduce the transparency, you see both are almost identical. This way you know that your specification is correct and there is no mismatch. You are confident of what you're submitting, including the background, everything, what is required. When you go to the service provider, in case service provider says that photo dimension is not matching as per what is required, the shoulder is not to the length, the face is not where it should be, you will be confident to tell them that I have validated, and this will save you some money. Otherwise, you'll have to go ahead with the photo in their studio, which is going to be expensive. So you can avoid that. You will now upload the photo and the signature. I'll show you photo, and both has to be either in JPEG or JPG format. If you don't know what it is, I just showed you how to download. Come to choose a file, and when you select the photo, you see here, let me get this down. This photo upload shows, and to adjust, you see here, you can reduce this to get to this box. And once this is in the box, click crop. This is the photo which will come on your OCI card, and also the signature what you will upload that will come on your OCI card. For signature again, make sure the signature comes well within this box. Here you see overlap, ensure that there is no overlap, and that should be fine. So once that is done, crop. So this is how it shows up, and then you go ahead and do the upload. See, this is how the photo and the signature would show up on your OCI card. And in case you feel that something is not right, you can go and upload again, or else you can just go and save and continue. Part B, it's a straightforward questionnaire. You will have to either choose yes or no. So read through the question and then answer accordingly. For this question, if you're applying together now, the response would be no. Go through the question carefully, and if any of your response is yes, additional dialog box opens where you'll have to give details. So this is quite straightforward. Present nationality and acquisition date. So if you were green card, in that case, you will choose this naturalization, which in most cases will be, and then you will enter the date of acquisition, which will be there on your citizenship certificate. So make sure that date matches here with what you have on the citizenship certificate. Now, citizenship by birth is when somebody is born in that country. Most of the minors, by virtue of being born, they get the citizenship, and that's when you choose by birth. Descent is when, for example, you have your parents as citizen, and because of that, you directly go through the citizenship process. Registration is when you have a formal connection, for example, your spouse, and because of that, you get citizenship. And others are like investment. So this is one example. Adoption is another one, and naturalization is when you go through a formal process of integration. For example, you get green card, you meet the requirement, you pay the taxes, and then go through the formal process of application. So that's when this naturalization comes in. So more details you can just search online and you will get that. For you to have an easy understanding, I have given you this. Do your research here. Then applicant's name, previous nationality of applicant. Here I am selecting India, and then enter the cancelled India passport number here, and once that is entered, save and continue. This document upload section is again a very important section. First thing is that you can re-upload document up to 5 times only, after which re-upload is not allowed. So you need to have all the document organized much in advance before you come to this section. Create a checklist like this on document which are going to be uploaded and the document which we will be submitting offline. US, it's going to be VFS, I talked about earlier. And if you're doing it from India, you will be doing this with FRRO. Why I say this is because once you do the online submission of application form and you have uploaded everything, you cannot make any changes later on. And in case there is any error or change, you'll have to fill a fresh application. So you can avoid this when you make a checklist, when you speak to the service agency, and make sure you have all the document what is required to be uploaded and to be sent along with the application. Coming to the upload section, proof of present citizenship. So here, cancel surrender India passport, where your passport, the front and back page, and if that has cancelled written and stamped, that should do. If not, the page where cancelled is shown, you will combine that into one single PDF along with the surrender certificate. So either you will have 3-page or 4-page depending on how it is, which also include the surrender certificate. So how to make this into one PDF? Let me show you this as an example, after which you will be able to do this for rest of the document as we go. You have scanned your passport into multiple pages. When you have scanned, these passport pages are in multiple pages and you want to merge this into a single document. Come to this website, canva.com. The link I have shared in the description. So you will be having a direct access. Once you click on this, you can log in through your Google credential. Once you do this, come to create design, and here you can select the presentation 16:9 option. So once you select this, you will get this blank template. So you see here in this blank template, you can keep adding the pages 1, 2, and you can add one more page. Okay. So once you have created number of pages here, the next part is come to the page 1, come to upload, click here on the upload, and as you can see, I have already uploaded the images here what I want. So all I need to do is transfer this by clicking. Once I click here, you see this comes here, adjust the way you want, like this page 1, come page 2, adjust similarly, just drag and drop and adjust, and then page 3, drag and drop and adjust. Now once this is done, you see now this is a 3-page. Click here on the share. Once you come here and click on download, you see this PDF standard. So there are two different PDF method here. One is the PDF standard, which is good for emailing. We will choose this, and the other one is good for printing. So this should suffice. Once you select this and all 3 pages are already selected, you click download. You see now your passport as one single PDF has been downloaded. So this is a single document and all 3 pages you can see on the screen. Now that your PDF is ready, just come to this cancel surrender India passport. Make sure you are uploading India passport and the surrender certificate here. Once you click, you see here maximum size is this, and it has to be in PDF format. Please ensure that the file is not password protected and it cannot be a wrong or blank attachment. Best way is to give name to each document, and that way you will not go wrong. You can go and choose the file and upload the PDF document. This way it is easy to identify what you have uploaded. Before that, you would have run a check at your end. So once you click upload, once it is uploaded, you will be able to see document successfully uploaded. And if you want to re-upload, you have option. As I said, 5 times you can do that. And if you want to view what you have uploaded, you have 3 options. Once this is done, come to next, that is citizenship certificate. So once you select this, go and upload. And once that is uploaded, I'm not showing the upload part. By now, you know what you need to do. It will start showing up here. So citizenship certificate gets uploaded. Then comes the present valid passport, which is the current country citizenship passport. You will upload that. And once that is done, before the next upload, I would like to bring your attention here. While uploading a document, if no specific option under document type dropdown is available to choose, the document can be uploaded in any available document type. Moreover, all document can be uploaded in a combined PDF file within a specific document type. So with this, now you see surrender certificate, you uploaded the surrendered passport where even the cancelled stamp is there, and front and back page, everything is uploaded. Then your current passport has been uploaded, your citizenship certificate has been uploaded, and you will go through the checklist and see what all has been uploaded. Photo was uploaded earlier, printed application that you will be submitting with the service provider once you complete the application is still under process. Then what is left? Mandatory declaration form. This is a must. You will upload that. Then comes marriage certificate if you are married, spouse current passport. That will also go. In case spouse has a OCI card, copy of OCI card will go. Your confirmation of PR, that will get uploaded, and professional detail on a company letterhead, that will go. I have talked about various scenario on how you can make sure that this document is available. Then proof of address, that will go. Photo already uploaded, and fee part I will talk about little later. So you see what all needs to be uploaded, and then you could have some peculiar situation for which you want an answer. So you would have spoken to the helpline, the service provider helpline. You have that everything as a checklist. You now know that you have covered everything, and you will make that into one single PDF document, which will get uploaded. Here you can select any one. For example, this here you could upload everything as a single PDF, whatever you had made a checklist. And once that is done, click submit. And then whatever you have entered so far, you will verify that information here in 6. Once you have made sure everything is correct, you click the final submission button. Once you do that, your downloadable application form will be available here in completed application, where you can come and download. In case it has not been completed, then you'll be able to see that in partially filled application section. Take a printout of the completed application form. This can be in black and white. You don't need a color printout. Then all the document what was uploaded, take a printout of that, photocopy of that, do a self-attestation. Self-attestation is nothing but you do your signature as a certified true copy. And the professional detail, in case you got that from the company, you can submit the same document. If you are giving your offer letter and pay stub, that could be in photocopy, self-attested. Photograph what was uploaded, the same photo in original, you will submit when you go to the service provider, and also the fee part, which we'll talk now.
For the fee, always check either the High Commission website, Consulate General website, and then the service provider website, and see if there is any change. Once you have made sure, you will get to see the total fee what you have to pay. This is for the fresh OCI application at the time of making video. So this is what you will be paying for the OCI application. In addition, because you will be sending it by courier and getting the documents by courier, you will be paying courier charge. If it is within province, this is the amount, and if it is outside province, this is the amount. Now in Canada and in many other countries, you don't submit any of the original documents, especially your current passport, because if something goes wrong and you don't get it back, then it's another hassle. So make sure to check with them if any original document has to be sent, because here you see there is an insurance part, but you will be sending physical document. So check this, make sure that whatever document you are sending, you're going to get it back. So once that is done, you have submitted everything with the service provider. It's going to take about 4 to 6 weeks, which is a standard timeline to get the OCI card. And congratulations, once it is in your hand, you can travel to India anytime. So friends, do share with others. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks.